Well, day 2 of the walk, day bleeding 4 of this trip. In the background, we've got Carlisle. In the distance, you won't be able to see it, but there's a big bridge there. That's the River Eden, where I camped and didn't sleep 2 nights ago. We're back on, baby. I've got my new pack on. Hopefully that shows it. It weighs so much less now. I've been the sleeping bag and all the sleeping stuff, and I reckon it probably weighs, if I had to guess, 5 kilos. So much lighter than what it was. So today, I've got the longest leg of the journey, 20 miles. I'm not sure how I feel about that right now. I'm certainly glad the pack's lighter and I've had a good sleep before attempting this. It wasn't intentional, but looking at places to stay, this was the best choice when it came to affordability. If I'd wanted 4 or 5 miles further west, I would have been spending about £300. So for the sake of an extra hour and a half walking, so be it. Here we go, we're back on the trail. Rain was forecast today, but looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. Dog's having a little paddle, look. So yeah, today should also be the first time I see some of Hadrian's Wall. Come on, baby. That night when I slept next to this river 2 nights ago, I didn't sleep. The human brain is a remarkable thing. It was coming up with every reason to quit. From, you're not going anywhere to sleep, this is dangerous, to if you book places in hotels, B&Bs, it's going to cost too much money, to you saw, why are you doing this? You don't need to do this. What a view. Beautiful. Yeah, so many reasons to stop. And you've just got to try and shut them out of your mind and not listen to them when they're at the most rampant. Yeah, I don't think you can stop them, which, if anyone's worked out a way how to, please let me know. But certainly for me, my brain is just going quit, quit, quit. So it was at the night time. Carlisle's an interesting place. Still not sure what the local accent is. There's a mixture of Scottish, almost like Newcastle, Geordie, but not. And it felt like it was a seaside town. Now I know it's not far from the coast, but it isn't technically a seaside town. It had that feel. Which way are you pointing? Directly at that bungalow. So it either means down there, or there might be a path between the bungalow. Doesn't look like that's a usable path, so I reckon it must be down that road. Okay, yeah, left. This way. It was confusing for a second because the arrow was pointing to that. No, not a public right of way, okay. Nice little village, this. To be fair, all of the villages that I've passed through so far have been really, really nice. I don't know much about the northwest, only the northeast, of which I know, you know, there's some real hard areas. Sunderland, Newcastle, Middlesbrough have all got their own little pockets of hard areas that people live in, but these are all beautiful. Look at that. Space to park 6 cars. Don't get that in Birmingham. So this is looking quite ominous. Not this little gate. Look in the distance, let me zoom in. I don't know if it'll capture. Oh. Today the route said comfortable terrain. Unless, did say tomorrow's difficult. Unless I stop this evening at the foot of those mountains, and then tomorrow the fun begins. Look at these little glamping pods, looking out at some alpacas. I've never seen an alpaca in the flesh. Hello. How are you? They're pretty ugly animals, aren't they, alpacas? Got like some weird fringe going on. Probably just jealous. I will never take having a vehicle for granted ever again. This journey today, on foot, 7 to 8 hours it says, depending on my speed, probably about bloody 12 then. In a vehicle, 30 minutes. But do you know what? It raises a good point. So many people, myself included, we don't get out there and see anything, do we? We've all got vehicles and we spend all week working, and the weekend, what do I do at the weekend? I suppose I go to quite a few places now, actually. Okay. This looks muddy. This wouldn't have been an ideal little spot to sleep the other night though. Plenty of little crevices and nooks that, oh my good God. If in doubt, follow in somebody else's footsteps, providing they look relatively firm. I'm going to say this, if you're watching this video with any interest in doing this walk yourself, do it west to east. This is the first point where I've gone sort of north or south directly, and the wind coming from my left hand side is absolutely biting, unless you're doing it in the summer of course, but it is biting. It's okay when I'm walking east, you know, the rucksack, my jacket take the brunt of it, but walking down here now, it's just whoosh and absolutely chilling me. So see that little sod? It's bloody run out barking and bit me on the leg. Tell you what, he's lucky that farmers have shotguns, because we would have booted him into next week. Only a little warning nip. Come running out. I was like, hello mate, thinking he's going to be friendly. Boom! Got my left calf. Look at him. Boot you in the face, mate. I was just thinking, for the last hour and a half, haven't seen any people. All I've seen is bloody sheep. And then the dog appeared. There's two dogs. I'm like, oh, finally, something I can interact with. Bit me on my bloody leg. Right, this is the first bit of Roman history that I've stumbled across. This was, or is, a place called Bleetarn. So it was actually originally a quarry to get the stone to build the wall. It also might have been flooded and stocked with fish as a food source for the Roman army. On the Roman side there are some zigzag trenches which might have been for defence. I don't know if the camera will pick them up. You can sort of see the indentations going along. The vallum is the ditch cut to the south of the wall. There are mounds on the north and south side of the vallum. This would probably be used as a camp and also as a defence strategy. So that is what I'm going to be walking along. And back in the day when there was an actual wall here, it would have been 15 feet high, which is probably the height of that tree. 2.5 for me roughly. And what's it say? 8 to 10 feet wide. It's a pretty formidable defence structure. That's an idea of what it would look like. So southbound is in that direction, and this is the north. So yeah, the ditch would have been there. Defences along here. Further stuff to the back. Just imagine how it must have felt to stand here back then. I mean, that is fascinating, isn't it? This was 2,000 years ago, give or take. But there would have been Roman soldiers, legionnaires, slaves, Roman officers actually here speaking Latin in a foreign land, looking out to the north where the tribes who wouldn't easily be ruled were facing. It's absolutely insane. It did say slaves built most of the wall and got nothing in return, but that was life as a slave in Roman times. They were given nothing, used and abused, and then thrown away. Okay, my first bit of actual Roman history. I feel quite uplifted, especially after just being attacked by a bloody dog. Just had a quick break, 15 minutes, got a litre of water in me, protein bar, some jerky and stuff. I was just looking north. It's not going to show on the camera because it won't zoom in anywhere near enough, but in the far distance you can see rain. And then I think what you can see is, look at the line of cloud. Well, I've never seen it sort of so divided. I'm just picking up though. You can probably hear. It's such a double-edged sword of resting, because it's nice to sit down, relax your feet a little bit, get some food, get some water in you, some electrolytes. But the wind just tears through you, and then you get back up and you sort of got to limber up, do a bit of Mr. Motivator to get your limbs loose again. This big beast has just come walking up to me. You alright? Oh, she's pregnant. Hello? Hello? Oh, you're not having none of it. Look at that. Full of lambs. A little bit early. That whole field full of lambs. Every other field I pass through with sheep, they've all been heavily pregnant. So, what are we now? 3rd of March, 4th of March, 5th of March, beginning of March. Carlisle, 8.5 miles. I'm not even halfway. Ugh. What is this place? Hadrian's Wall snack shed. Hello? Oh, you pay yourself? Oh. Oh. So this is why I bought bags of pound coins. Let's see what I can get. Right guys, I just got a hot chocolate Twix and a isotonic drink. Look at this place though, I'll give you a little tour. Frozen meals in there, burgers, pop, chocolates, flapjacks, hot drinks, and then I just wanted to share this. Opened this snack shed when I was 13 to make a little bit of pocket money. Thank you for your honesty and generosity of most people who have stopped by. It was lovely to continue to speak to more people and talk about their experiences on the wall. And then I was just reading through some of the comments, like everyone's like, thank you, great idea, thank you. There's mine. Thank you. Hot drink could not have come at a better time right now. Whoever you are, there's no link. Don't commit crime, we're watching you. Thank you very much. Hadrian's Wall snack shed. Find us on Instagram and Facebook. I'll be honest with you, that could not have come at a better time. So, on we go. The temperature's dropped significantly though. I would say with the wind, it's probably touching 4 degrees. I've just hit this junction, that's the way I came from. I've just hit this junction and I can't see a sign anywhere. Is that something on the lamppost all the way over there? Caution, overhead fibres. Well, don't really want to be stood out in the open one. I've walked straight past it. It's on that little brown post. Couldn't see it because it was face on. This way. Hadrian's Wall path. This looks like someone's garden though. But signposts have been alright, to be honest. There's just now and again, like that one, because it was dead on with my line of sight, I couldn't see it. Here we go, public footpath, Hadrian's Wall path. So look, you got little goes like that, which leads you on the way. God, this is about as wide as my sleeping bag. I literally don't fit down here. Jesus Christ. Oh my God, I'm going right through to some lambs. Look at these. A baby lamb's scared of people. Oh geez, I bet the mum's going to be protective. I don't mean you any harm, mummy. You stay there. I'm walking past. Look at the cute lamb. Look at you. My God, it's still got its umbilical cord. This must be like a couple of days old. Hello. Oh, and there's a couple more sleeping over there. See you later. Meh. Meh. You know, the British countryside is absolutely stunning, isn't it? And I'm cold with the wind. You can probably hear the wind, especially if you do this. But look at this. This is gorgeous. Now I'm a little bit afraid right now because the path is going that way and there's two big horses in the distance. I don't mind sheep. I don't mind dogs that bite me. Cows put the fear of God into me. Horses though. Oh my God, straight into that field with the horses. It is an offence to allow a dog to attack or chase livestock. Horses are easily frightened. I really hope that's true. Okay, hopefully this is not too thick. Are there any footprints that I can follow? Oh, it looks like there's stones here. Oh God. Can you imagine if I fell now? Oh, God help me, they're right in the path. Why is this horse staring at me? I know I'm in your home, mate, sorry. I really do not want to be walking this way right now. What the hell do you do if a horse runs at you? You can't run anywhere. Hello? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey. Are you friendly? Hello? Hello? Oh, do you like that? Do you like that? Nice sort of movement. Whoa, 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 don't get too close. What the hell? Get me out of this field. Get me out of this field. You don't turn around, you little sod. I don't even know where the trail is. Oh my God, it's up there. I thought it was around here. Don't you come back. Oh my God, it's coming. Stay there. Get me out of this field. Where's the arrow? Straight up through there. I don't care about mud. Tell you what, you soon forget about pain in your feet when you think you got to do a 100-metre sprint. Not that I'd outrun them. Ah, no way, there's two more blocking the exit. I don't know if that is the exit because I've just seen a sticker there. Let me check. Get me out of this bloody field, man. I'm not made to be near livestock. Whoa. I've just seen the next field. There's sheep in there the size of cows. That is not even an exaggeration. Please tell me I'm not going in there. You're never going to see how big these are because this guy, oh man, which way is it saying? Straight on. You are going to see how big they are. Those sheep are on bloody steroids. Sheep attacked. Look how many there are. I won't stand a chance. Is there some, serious question now, is there some relationship between sheep and crows? Because every field that I've walked through where there's been sheep, there's been enormous, it's not called a flock, is it? Was it a murder of crows? I think this one here has broke its wing or something. It's not moving very well. But look, they all sort of come together. Oh, I just had a panic that horse was following me. Mate, look at that brown sheep. Look at that sheep there. I don't know if my finger will be in that zone. Kneeling down to eat. Chris, that's like you sleep eating. Look at the size of this bad boy. I don't know how close I can get. That is a massive sheep. Yo, sheep. That's a big bull. Look at this, it's a tank, man. Yeah, you mate. The size comparison, I mean these cream ones are big. That is enormous. Maybe it just needs a good shearing once spring's here. And it could be bred specifically for its wool, I guess. Right, I've not missed any exits while I've been staring at the sheep, have I? I don't know if you can see them moving in the shed, but that is full of cows. Honestly, cows, and people laugh. They go, oh, they're just inquisitive. They don't mean you any harm. Have a look how many people are killed by cows every year in the UK. This is a pretty serious livestock farm. That's full of cows. This one's full of sheep eating, normal size sheep. Not those genetic hybrid steroid monsters. I feel like I want to go and say hello to them, but probably not wise. Oh wow, look, more cows there. This is a big old farm. Right, I've just left the livestock area and the path is taking me through this gorgeous little bit of woodland. Look at this. Oh, this is absolutely beautiful. at that, a little waterfall. What an amazingly gorgeous little spot this is. Just discovered my worst nightmare. See what that sign says? Cows with calves, take care. Grazing cattle may become protective of calves. So I'm at another one of those dreaded junctions with no sign. Just come from that way. I'm looking around and I've just seen this. So that arrow that way would have been pointing that way. So the opposite would have been opposite and slightly left, so it has to be this way. Not ideal. Jesus. So going downhill like this is actually worse for me right now because it's shortening my calves and making them tighten up. And I know that sounds contradictory because actually going uphill and tensing them would put more effort through them, but going uphill I tend to use my thighs and my glutes a little bit more than my calves, so I can feel myself beginning to limp. Hopefully it doesn't show on the camera. So I just had a look at the map and then Google Maps, and I'm 2 hours and 56 minutes from where I'm staying tonight. So I'm doing really well for time actually. I could have stopped at that tea room. I've just seen though that 3/4 of the elevation of today's route is still to come. So yeah, but we're on track. I mean, get there in 3 hours. Right, I've just had a little bit of a break here. Not the most ideal place, but I could sit there and not sitting on the cold floor. That's the next arrow pointing, I believe, to the far corner of that field. Not many people know this about me. Well, if you watch this video, you will do. But I'm pretty much blind in my left eye. So if I cover my right eye, everything's just a blur. Like I can make out the signs there, but I couldn't read them, for example, or tell you what that says. And because of that, one strange thing that happened with my good eye growing up was it developed a incredible long-range vision. Sounds like I'm making this up, doesn't it? Now I'm pretty sure, you're not going to see this on the camera, I'm pretty sure, because I've just been resting here for 10 minutes and just having a look around, I'm pretty sure I can see right over there a bloody sign saying the path goes that way. And I've got a feeling I'm going to come up here. I mean, I need to stick to the edges, so up there and around there, and I reckon it's going to take me to that far corner. I have faith in my good eye, so I'm going to bet you if I'm wrong, when I get to where I'm staying tonight, I will do 20 press-ups, that's how confident I am. You can't make this up, can you? So this is the corner of that field. Hadrian's Wall path. Turn right. Bloody knew it. Do you know what? Every single one of these gates has got a different sort of locking mechanism. Some have got the ropes that go over the top. That's the first one of these I've seen. Turn right and then down there turn left. I knew it. Why didn't they just send you straight over? Oh well. No 20 press-ups for me. But the worst thing about having a rest is it takes me a good, and it's made more difficult by the cold wind, it takes me a good 5-10 minutes to get my blood flowing, and I just lose. Everything tightens up very, very, very quickly. Bloody is, look. Can you see that? Left. Okay, this is the next stretch. There's some pretty impressive declines and inclines ahead. So I need to loosen up quickly. Tell you what though, at least the only cows that I've seen so far have all been in the farm cow sheds. Thou shalt not pass. What's up guys? Girls? You alright? Don't make you run all the way down there. You make me feel guilty. No, there's barbed wire. Oh, they just ran under it. Look here, you little mountain sheep. Are you meant to be through there? Maybe. So it looks like in the minute I'll be crossing over a river, and then the incline up ahead looks pretty grim. Yeah, of course the path straight ahead. It wouldn't be any other way, would it? Oh. I'm not built for this. Well and truly not built for this. I thought that was the summit. Oh my good God. That's even higher than what I've just done. From the start to where I am, if it was equal, that's much higher. I mean, I should get some tremendous views up here. Who's not built for this? All jokes aside, that has absolutely battered my foot, my right foot. And today was meant to be the easy day. I mean, look at these views, like, absolutely gorgeous. Imagine living here. I suppose you take it for granted though if you saw it all the while. I reckon another day or two and I'll be desperate to see some proper concrete. I'm really struggling to walk now. What goes up must go down. The problem is, if I look straight ahead, looks like what goes down has got to go back up again. slow right now. Shall I lift the spirits? Do you want to hear my favourite joke? A crab went to a disco and pulled a muscle. I feel like that's of significant historical interest. There's a plaque here actually. What's it say? Hare Hill, a precious fragment of a mighty wall. The Roman army started building Hadrian's wall in AD 122. May have completed the task in under 10 years. That is insane. It crossed our island between Bowness-on-Solway and Wallsend, marking the northwestern frontier of the Roman Empire. The survival of this isolated fragment is intriguing because most of the wall stone hereabouts was carted away to build a priory at nearby Lanacrost, which is a couple of miles over in that direction, in the 12th and 13th century. Why was this little bit not taken? And the possible explanation is that it was used as part of a medieval farm building before stone robbing for the priory began. How insane, that was built 2,000 years ago. Guys, I kid you not, if there's a sign here saying that I'm going straight back up the other side, I'm wrapping it in. I'm going to find a ditch, put my warm kit on and just cry. I mean, oh, it's this way. Thank God. Oh, it's still uphill. Private road. Oh, interesting. Thieves beware, you are now entering a Cumbria farm watch in smart water area. Honestly considering hitchhiking right now. So the good news, is it good news? Is it's now continuously on this track for about an hour and a quarter, and then I need to hit a left, and the place I'm staying is about 450 metres from this track. The bad news is, oh, exactly what you can see. There's still a bit of elevation ahead. So this was a turret. Would have originally looked like that. Roman troops occupied some turrets continuously while they abandoned or adapted others according to the changing needs of the military. This one remained in use into the later 4th century. Originated as a stone tower within the turf section of Hadrian's wall. Within a few years, the western turf section was replaced so that the whole of Hadrian's wall was now built of stone. Excavations in 1927 recovered a mason's hammer, coin depicting the Emperor Hadrian, pottery for cooking and eating, several hearths and a stone platform that would have formed the base of a ladder. Oh. I think Romans touched that. I have to assume that the turf the other side is later being mounded up. Why would they put the wall below that high ground? That has to have been a change since then. I'll confess, guys, I just had a bit of a strop. Stuck in my own head for 15 minutes or so. It's gonna happen, innit? You just gotta get on with it. You know, there's a bit more information here. The outstanding view highlights the rich and diverse landscape surrounding Hadrian's Wall. Emperor Hadrian also used this high ridge as a vantage point and frontier. It was the perfect place for building his wall. Yeah, but that's south. Granted, if you were defending from the north, this would be a great vantage point. Walking around Hadrian's Wall, discover more about Hadrian's Wall, follow Hadrian's Path National Trail. Yeah, I'm regretting it now. The vast size of the empire brought the Romans problems. They could no longer control the large frontier of barbarian lands. Hadrian tirelessly toured the empire to restore order. He was a man of many talents. He ordered the building of a tall wooden palisade fence along the river Rhine in Germany, and a low stone wall and ditch along the desert frontier in North Africa, but his most awe-inspiring achievements was the building of Hadrian's Wall. 73 miles long and 15 feet high. The length of this wall, right, as I do this walk, keeps getting shorter, and I feel like it's not doing me any favours. From coast to coast in Britain. This is quite a poor. This needs replacing, really. It ruins the look. Map faces south to view the field ahead. You are here. Yeah, I know. Oh, Brideswold Roman Fort. I'll be coming up to that soon. A spectacular location on Hadrian's Wall. Explore its walls, gateways, excavations, and a fine stretch of wall to, can't see what that says, Harrowsaw Mile Castle. Follow 2,000 years of history at the fascinating visitor centre. I'm probably not going to have time to see that, am I? It's getting on. The sun is starting to go down. I'm not enjoying this anymore. Really not enjoying this anymore. The thought of doing this again tomorrow and then the day after. Tomorrow's meant to be worse. I'm not even joking right now. That seems insurmountable. My hips just aren't gonna. Oh my god. Oy! You know when you just get physically tired and you sort of proprioception starts to give way a little bit. I'm tripping up over bloody little twigs now, which is frustrating. I want to try and not turn this into a moan fest. So I'm just not going to record any more videos. Can you see how I'm walking? I've seen 90-year-olds with Zimmer frames more mobile than I am right now. And this ground doesn't look that bad, but it's just uneven. So then my ankles are jarring, my knees are jarring. And taking its toll, man. Taking its toll. I keep having a nightmare pop into my head. Imagine if I get to this place tonight and it's not open and there's no one there. I mean, it seems unlikely, but you never know. Wow, there's people coming. This will be the first 2 people I've seen in about 5 hours. Stop me going mad. Okay, so I'm not sure where those 3 were from, 2 guys and a female. They've done this whole walk the opposite direction, so starting in Newcastle, and I just asked them what the next leg is like. They said it's bad. Now let me show you what they pointed out. If this will zoom in, just above the tree line around about there somewhere. They are horrific crags. They said the best views and the best in terms of Roman interest. They've done 20 kilometres today, and they've got 4 kilometres left. And I worked it out, I've done 17 miles so far. So what's that in kilometres? Times 1.6, 16, 7, 3.5, about 26, 27k. That though looks horrific. These gates get better and better. Look at this one. Oh, spring loaded. Right, what is this? What is this? Is this another? Yeah, another turret. 51B. 51 Bravo. This is quite a good view actually. A few soldiers lived or sheltered in each turret. The ground floor was covered in straw and contained 2 hearths for cooking and for warmth. Wow. Pretty cool. Right, I'm not going back along that path, I'm staying on the road. Right, I've just smashed out a few miles. I'm sounding much fresher than I feel right now. This right here is Berderswald Roman Fort. Unfortunately it's closed, as you can see the sun is setting. However, if I zoom in, that white building in the distance is where I'm staying tonight. So I literally have just got to follow the road round all the way to the end, and then boom, I'm there. I'll be honest, this has been brutal today. I sort of hit the wall, forgive the pun, around mile 15, and it was just, ironically, at that time that the real inclines began to hit hard. So yeah, the last 5 miles have taken me a long time. So this is where the path continues. It actually continues down there, following the line of the wall, and you can see in the distance, hopefully you can see in the distance, the crags that the 2 guys and the woman that I bumped into mentioned as being particularly hard. However, I am leaving the path now and heading down to the farmhouse to get some much needed rest. So the sun is just about to disappear. Today has taken me a lot longer than I anticipated it would do. 20 miles. What time is it now? I set off at 8. It's now 5. 9 hours. I mean, I've probably stopped for about an hour and a half total. So what's that, 7.5 hours? It's still far too long. There's the fort in the distance where I was just at. Oh. Here we go. Slack. What's it say? Slack house. Organic farm. There's lights on. Where do I go? I don't know. No, there's not lights on. There's no lights on anywhere. So I just had an absolute panic, rang the guy, and he's just walked me through. This place is open. Look at this. Fire is on. They've left me instructions how to find the room, and he said there's food as well. So if I want to cook a meal, I can cook a meal, and it's £15 in the honesty box, which is just there. Very happy. Right, so I've just found my room. It took me a while to find the light switches. And this is it. 2 beds. I don't care how comfortable that is, it's going to be comfortable. And then toilet, shower. That will do me. That will do me nicely. It is so warm in here. Let me take some gear off. Right. State of my feet. Right foot very swollen. Back of my heel, my Achilles area, bit of redness, not too bad. I'm not going to put this on camera. The whole right side of my big toe is blistered. Not in a bad way, quite deep, so if I take that up that'll be fine. And then there's a little blister underneath my little toe, which I'll probably drain and then take that up. Overall though, not too bad. My left foot, I say not too bad, the swelling's an issue, but it is what it is. My left foot, same again, the side of my big toe, deep, thin layer of fluid under there, not an issue. The issue is on my little toe, which interestingly, I've had no pain from all day. The whole of my little toe on my left foot, oh fuck, I'm getting cramp, pardon my French. Oh. The whole of my left foot, the whole of my little toe on my left foot has blistered deeply, probably 1/4 to 1/2 centimetre deep, and I can move the whole of, that is going to take I'll drain it, tape it, and then as long as I tape it well, I'm probably going to have to tape all of my toes. If I don't, then the tape could cause friction in the toe next to it. Guys, this place gets better and better the more I look around. So I've just made a cup of coffee, dying to get that inside of me. In the fridge, steak pie, meals they've made me. There's a packed lunch, jams, orange juice, milks, some bananas, need some of them in me. Puddings, custard, bread, eggs, cereals, peanut butter, Weetabix. I'm so hungry right now. I'm probably going to eat the whole lot. This place is really, really awesome. If you're ever up this way, check it out. It is incredible. The food that they've got, oh my god, and what the effort that they've gone to. Superb, absolutely superb. I just wanted to show this. Oh my god, that's getting sore. So they produce, this is a working farm, working dairy, and they produce their own milk. So this is organic Ayrshire milk from Slack House Organic Farm in Gisland, Brampton, Cumberland. There is an email if anyone's interested, slackhouseorganicfarm@gmail.com. They do their own cheeses, organic cheeses and stuff like that. I've never had organic, raw, whole milk. Has not been heat treated, therefore may contain organisms harmful to health. Produced with double the hygiene standards of processed milk. I'm gonna have some. So the owner was just here for about 40 minutes. We were having a good chat. She's in her late 70s. And what an inspiring woman. Like, her and her husband still working on the farm. Really, really good. Right, so I assume if I just clip the corner off of this. So is that clean? Yep. This is going to end in disaster, isn't it? Oh man. So yeah, I've never had raw milk. And I'm really looking forward to it. I love milk. Milk is one of my favourite things. So, organic, raw, untreated, full fat milk. Am I going to taste any difference between this and normal milk? Wow. Wow. Oh my God, it's so creamy. Oh my God. I love Jersey Gold Top milk. This. That's the best milk I've ever tasted in my life. Oh my good God, what have I been missing out on? If you've never had organic raw milk and you like drinking milk, that's life changing.